Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andres Jimeno. I'm the tennis director at CF Tennis Academy, and I'm going to be with you today for 30 minutes. We're going to start with a little warm-up like we did last week. And then after that warm-up, we're going to go to the main session, which is fundamentals of tennis, where we're going to talk about different aspects of the game. For those of you that you are familiar with tennis, probably many of the concepts that we're going to talk today, they are not new, but for sure you're going to discover new things today, and it's good to have some knowledge about the game and how it's played. So that's a little bit the content of today. We're gonna more or less wait around 1 more minute to see how many people can join, and then we're gonna start right away with that warm up. So let me give you 30 more seconds. Let me explain to you a little bit about what we're gonna do later. At the end of the presentation, I'm gonna make a quiz with you guys. So we're gonna do some questions about the content of the session today, and I want you to try to answer on the chat. Okay, so I think we're gonna start to warm up, and as you can see now here on this. On the screen, we have two exercises that we're going to do. The first one is going to be the star jumps. So what we're going to do is we're going to work for 20 seconds doing this star jump. And once we're going to do the 20 seconds done, we're going to rest for 10 seconds. And then we're going to move to the squats, which is the other exercise you have here. I want you to do it like this. Be careful with your back, okay? And trying to do down and up. This is not a race. So as soon as you are ready, we're gonna start with the star jumps. Okay, I'm gonna 3, 2, 1, go. So we have doing the star jumps. Okay, we have already 10 seconds. Star jumps. Keep doing the star jumps. 5 more seconds, and stop now, and we're gonna rest for 10 seconds. Now you're gonna be ready for doing the squats, and 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna do squats for 20 seconds. Ten more seconds, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resting. Now we're gonna go back again to the star jumps. We're gonna repeat the star jumps. So we have 5 more seconds to go, and ready, go. Keep doing star jumps, keep doing the star jumps, keep moving up. 5 more seconds, please. We're gonna keep doing 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, resting now for 10 seconds. And we're gonna go back again to the squats. As I say at the beginning, we're gonna repeat these exercises 3 times, okay? Go. Squats, down, up, down, up. Come on. We're gonna do that 5 more seconds and stop. Okay, so now we're gonna wait 5 more seconds more. We're gonna do the last series with the star jumps, last ones. Ready, go. Last ones. Come on, guys, 10 more seconds. Keep moving, keep moving. You have to keep moving, keep moving. 4, 3, 2, 1, resting. And we're gonna go for the last series of squats. in 3, 2, 1, go. 20 seconds of squats, going up and down. We still have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, resting. Now we're going to go to the other two exercises that we have in the next slide. And we're going to do planks and burpees. Okay, so are you ready for the planks? 20 seconds plank, everybody on the ground with this position. Remember to keep your back straight. Ready, go. 20 seconds plank. Ten more seconds. Come on, you can do it, guys. It's not that difficult. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to go 10 seconds of resting and we're going to do the burpees. Look at the example. Up and down to the ground. Okay, are you ready? Go. Down and up. That we call it burpees. 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resting. So now we're going to go again to the plank. 20 seconds for the plank. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good position on your body, back straight. Come on, guys, you can do it. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. And stop. 10 seconds of resting. And we're going to move back to burpees. Okay? Remember the burpees. Down to the ground and jump up. Ready? Go. You have the example on the screen. Very good. Okay, keep moving, keep moving. We need 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, resting. Now we're going to go for the last plank. We're going to do it for 20 seconds too. In 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone on the ground. Plank, the back straight, your head, your feet together. 10 seconds more. I wish I can see you all. I cannot see you, but I guess that you are all doing it. So 3, 2, 1, resting. And we're going to do for the last burpees, the last ones in 5 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, everyone. Last effort. This is the last exercise for the warm-up. Very good, excellent. Come on, guys. 5 more seconds, and we're gonna rest. 3, 2, 1, perfect. I guess that you are already warm up. This is some of the exercises that we normally do before we are playing tennis. But today we are not gonna have too much activity with the racket or physical activity. It's more about getting more knowledge about the game, and that's why we prepared this. We had been preparing this presentation for you about the tennis fundamentals. Okay, let's go to the first slide. And this is the content of the day. Okay, today we're gonna talk about the equipment that we're gonna need for playing tennis. We're going to talk about the shots and the strokes that we are using in the game when we are playing tennis. A little bit of the rules, very basic rules for you to know. We're going to talk about the court and the surface and the different kinds of surfaces that we are playing on the game. And we're going to talk about tournaments. At the end of this presentation, like I say at the beginning, we have 6 questions that with the multiple options. Multiple answers, and then you can check how much you learn about the presentation today. Okay, so with no more delay, we're gonna go and we're gonna start. Right, this is the basic equipment that we need to play tennis. Okay, that's the very basic. We need a racket, we need the balls, we need the sneakers or the tennis shoes, we need breathable clothing, this is important, okay, and of course, especially here in Dubai, we need to keep always water with us. Regarding the rackets, we have many different types of rackets. To start with, any racket is good, okay? The only problem or the only thing that you need to take care is if the size of the racket is the right one for you. I guess that for this group today, everyone is over 10 years old, so most of you already have a physical condition enough to play with the 27-inch rackets. But for the little kids, we have smaller rackets in the market, starting from 23 inches and going up all the way to 27. 27 inches is the maximum size of the racket allowed to play. The head of the racket also, we recommend for all these players that they are beginners or intermediate players to have the head of the racket not below 100 inches and not over 115. That's the biggest sizes of the racket. Another thing you have to take care is the grip. The hand has to hold the grip comfortable. It's not supposed not to be too big or too small, okay? The balls. Again, we have so many different balls in the market. All the brands are doing excellent quality balls. I'm not going to recommend you any in particular, but also you need to know that there is different pressure balls for different group ages. So for the little ones, for the kids, they are playing with the red balls. You probably saw it on the academies. They are playing with these balls that they are red and yellow. These balls have 75% less of pressure on the ball. And then these balls are very good for the 8 years old and below. Then after that, they move to balls, they call it orange balls, that they have 50% less pressure than the normal balls, the yellow ones. Ages for using this ball are normally 9 and below. And then once you have the ability to play with these balls, you can move to the green balls that they have only 25% less pressure. These balls, you can use it all your life because in fact there is many adults that they play with green balls. They are perfect for get good technique. And then once you have enough technique and you are comfortable with your game, then you move to the yellow balls. The yellow balls have 100% pressure, and it's the balls that the professionals are using. Okay. Now the sneakers, the tennis shoes. You find so many very nice shoes all over the world, but in fact, for playing tennis, you need to wear specific tennis shoes. These shoes are designed to move laterally, and that's why the running shoes are not good for tennis, because they are designed to run only on one direction, and those tennis shoes are designed to move laterally with change of directions very quick, okay? Also, the soles are not marking soles, and those are very important because if you want to go to a tennis court, an official tennis court, and you are wearing a marking shoe, they probably won't let you go in, okay? Now the clothes, again, I'm not going to tell you which clothes you're going to wear, but they need to be breathable, they need to be sport, okay? You cannot play tennis with jeans, you cannot play, you know, it's not the right equipment. There is so many products in the market. You have the cotton t-shirts and you have the synthetic ones. As much as they are breathable, it's enough, okay? The design is up to you, but it needs to be breathable, okay? And finally, the water, which is very simple thing. Carry your water every time with you. Now, especially here in Dubai and in the UAE, the weather conditions are very extreme, so you need to be hydrated all the time. Let's move to the next. Those are the second part of the thing is about the strokes. We are talking about tennis, and the basic strokes we have. The basic shots are the forehand, the backhand, the volleys, and the serve. Okay, we have more. We have drop shots, we have smash, We have trick shots, but the basic ones are these four. We call forehand the movement of the racket when the ball is coming to your dominant hand. If the ball is coming, if you are right-handed and the ball is coming to your right, the shot that you are producing in that side, we call it forehand. And obviously the backhand is when the ball is coming to your non-dominant hand side, and then that we call it backhand. For the forehand, very few players are playing with two hands, only some ladies in the WTA. But with the backhands, many players are playing with one hand, but also many players are playing with the two hands backhand. Djokovic is a perfect example of a player who is playing with the two hands, and Roger Federer is a perfect example of one who is playing the backhand with one hand. Okay. Volleys, those are the shots that you are making without letting the ball bounce in the court. Mostly you're going to see those shots in doubles. That's where you have the opportunity to see more volleys in action. Players are closer to the net, very close to the net, don't let the ball bounce, and they intercept the ball, and they have this movement, we call it volley. As you can see in the middle picture, Roger Federer having a volley in the net. It's a very typical shot, and as I say, it's very typical for doubles. Again, now we have the serve. What to say about the serve? Serves is probably the most important shot in tennis. Is the shot that we use to initiate the game. It's the only shot in tennis that you can prepare yourself to hit the ball. The rest of the balls are always coming from the other side, but the serve is the only shot that you can prepare yourself, and you can throw the ball. You can put the ball on play by yourself. The rest of the shots in tennis are coming from the other side. Okay, so that's why serve is very important. I think the record of the fastest serve in the world was around 240 kilometers per hour, which is amazing. It's really very fast. Imagine how fast it is. But the average now in the ATP is around 200 kilometers per hour, and in the WTA around 180. So this is the basic strokes and the basic shots in tennis. Let's move to the next one. All right, so let's talk about the rules. Tennis is based on it's a game that you need to win points, okay? And as a consequence of winning points, you win games, and after winning some games, you win sets, and finally you win a match. So I'm gonna try to explain to you very quickly and very simple, okay? The first problem in tennis points is that we don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we counted 15, 30, 40, and we go to the game. So the first point you win, we call it 15, and the second point you win in the game is 30, and we call it 40 for the third point you win. If you win an extra point after 40, you win a game. All right. Now, in case that the two players are playing and they reach a position where they are 40 all, so everyone won 3 points on that game, we call it juice. And then to win the game, you need to win 2 points in a row. The first point that you win of these 2 points, we call it advantage. And if you win the second point in a row, then you win the game. If you lose the point in advantage, then you go back again to juice, and you start again until you win the game, okay? So now imagine we have one game, but to win one set, we need to win at least 6 of these games to win the set. And again, you need to win with a difference of 2 games, because if you reach the end of the set with 6 all, then we play something that we call it tiebreak. The tiebreak is to try to make the match shorter, and it's a new rule. It came officially at the end of the 60s, and then is basically a rule for television to try to make the retransmissions a little bit shorter. And you don't play with the 15, 30, 40. We play with numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 until 7. But the rule is the same. You need to win this special tiebreak with the difference of 2 points. And the first who reaches 7 with the difference of 2 points wins the set. And to win the match, you need to win at least 2 sets. So as you can imagine, this is long, this is not easy, and it takes a lot of effort to win those matches. Now, there is some tournaments, the Grand Slams, that they use more than two sets to win the match. You need to win at least 3 sets, and they call it best of 5 sets tournaments. These normally are the Grand Slams ones. Okay, let's move to the next one. All right, now this is another interesting thing. We are talking now about the different surfaces that we can find on tennis, and a little bit of the name of the lines and the name of the things that we can find on the court. We have 4 basic different surfaces, as you can see on the picture. One of the most popular ones is the grass, which there is not too many tournaments during the year, but they are very popular. Probably the one that you recognize more is Wimbledon, and they are playing on natural grass. And just for your information, this central court in Wimbledon, they just only use it for the tournament. The rest of the year is just only taking care of the grass for the rest of the year until the tournament starts again. The second surface that you can find is the clay courts. It's we call it. It's like special sand, compact. The ball bounces lower than in the grass, and the most important tournament you probably recognize is Roland Garros, where my Spanish compatriot Rafa Nadal won so many tournaments there. This is very, very popular surface in Europe. And the other 2 are the synthetic surface that probably you see on most on the indoor courts, and the cement one, which is the outdoor hard courts that we can find in US and also here in UAE and many other countries. So those are the 4 basic surfaces. Now we can go to the lines of the court. We're going to make it simple, but you see the picture of the court in front of you. Let's say the lines that they are on the base of the court where the players are serving, we call it baselines. Okay, those are the 2 lines that we have. I don't know if Rachel with the mouse you can point those lines. I'm not sure if you can do that, but no. This is not the ones on the ones at the end, the ones where they are serving. So at the end. Yes, this one. This is the baseline. Okay. Now the other baseline is in the other side, exactly the opposite one. Okay. Now you have also the sidelines, which are the lines from the side of the court. Okay, those are the sidelines. All right. You can see there is another sideline a little bit farther. That we call it doubles sidelines. This is for doubles. The next one. Yeah. Now in the middle of the picture, you have like 4 boxes. Those boxes we call it the service boxes. Yeah. Now in the middle of the court, we have the net. All right. Everybody knows that. But then the line who separates the boxes for serving, this one we call it center service line, and this this one, and this one we call it service line, the one where you have now the mouse. Okay, this is the service line. Okay, so those are the basic lines and the name of the lines of the tennis court. Right? Come on, let's go for the next one. We are almost finishing. Now, tournaments. My recommendation for you guys is if you want to start to play tournaments because you feel your level is the right one, the best way to start is to play with local tournaments. And in your club, in your academy, start with internal tournaments with friends, practice. Then if you feel comfortable with that, then you can find out in your tennis federation. They probably have national ranking tournaments. These tournaments are so important because they give you points. These points are good for your national ranking. If you get some national ranking, then if you get a good one, then you can access to play the ITF Juniors. What is the ITF Juniors? Is like exactly the same like the professional tour of the professionals of the Rafa Nadal and Djokovic and Serena Williams, but for juniors, so under 18 players. This is a world tour circuit, exactly the same with points and there is trophies everywhere, and it's really very important. And so many of our players here in UAE, they are already participating in this tour. Okay, this is a good platform for you to get confident and to know if you are going to be ready to the next jump, which is becoming a professional. The first step for being a professional is to play the ITF seniors, which is the ITF tournaments, which is the lowest level of the professional tennis. And if you succeed and you get enough points to keep going, then you can go to the major circuits, which is the ATP and the WTA. Okay, those are the tournaments where the professionals are playing. But not only those tournaments, you have the Olympics, which is every 4 years. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't play, but then the teams, national teams, are participating in the Olympics, and they are playing a fantastic tournament. Also, you have the Grand Slams. You probably heard about that because those are the most important tournaments, and probably you don't know, but let me mention them. We have the first tournament of the year, the first Grand Slam of the year is the Australian Open, followed by Roland Garros in Paris. Then right after 2-3 weeks after Roland Garros, we have the Wimbledon, the very, very famous tournament in grass. And in summer, around August, we have a US Open, okay? So these are the major tournaments. They give you a big amount of money for the winner and a lot of points for playing. Yeah. We also have the Davis Cup. This year they changed the format, so that's another tournament that we can play. So now we only have 3-4 minutes more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a little test. So Rachel, we move to the questions. Okay, so you have 2 questions here. Let's read the first question. I give you 4 answers, and you have to find out which one is the right answer. So the first question is, what's the basic equipment to play tennis? Very simple. The answer A is bat, shoes, water, cap, and balls. B is racket, sneakers, balls, breathable clothes. C is racket, sun cream, balls, and jeans. And D is racket, umbrella, referee, and balls. Very simple, guys. Just only one of them is the right one. You can answer in the chat with putting 1 bar and the correct answer. Okay. Let's go for the second one. What are the basic tennis strokes? Answer A is right hand, backhand, starting shot, and volleys. The B is smash, winner, serve, and forehand. And C is forehand, backhand, volley, and serve. So again, you put number 2, bar, and the letter that you consider this is the best answer from these 3. Let's move to the next one, Rachel. We have 2 more minutes. All right, question number 3. Tennis scoring is, and then have 4 options. A is 15, 30, 45, game and set. B is 10, 20, 30, 40, and match. C is 15, 30, 40, game and set. And D is 15, 30, 40, game, set, and match. So one of these 4 is the right one. Again, number 3, bar, and the letter you consider is the best one. Let's go for the 4th. Official tennis surfaces are, answer A, clay, synthetic, hard, grass. B, indoor, outdoor. C, red sand, grass, cement, wood floor. You put number 4, bar, and the answer. And now we go for the last one. Question number 5, tennis lines. Again, A, right line, left line, middle line. B, baseline, service line, side lines. C, far end line, serve line, net lines. And D, service box lines, side lines, end line. So one of them is saying the right names, okay? And the last question, tennis Grand Slams. A, British Championships, American Open, French Open, Australian Open. B, New York Open, Paris Open, Melbourne Open, London Open. And C, Wimbledon, Roland Garros, US Open, Australian Open. So those are this is the last question of the day. So we are already on time, it's 4:15. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you soon the next week with more tennis for you guys. Thank you very much, and put your questions on the chat and we will try to answer you as soon as possible. Rachel, I think it's enough. I don't know, let me know if we need to keep